What?
I'm just laughing because you're silly, man. Yeah.
It's like that.
All right, man.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Mmm. So yummy.
Ooh, that was like a weird, unnatural sweetness at the end. I think we just drank mold.
That's good, right? That's basically shrooms.
Yeah. Do you want to do more shrooms again for our next movies? Or what do we do?
I don't know.
Are we just going to be intoxicated or something?
Like I think that's what we talked about, right? Like for our movie reviews, like
hold
not
on.
all of them, but
Hold
like
on,
for our
hold on.
series. Huh?
Your hair looks pretty long, dude. You looks long and
Are you just high?
no, like I don't know. Your hair looks like there's something in your hair. Try pulling it. Yeah, good boy.
You trying to make me pet myself?
Yeah. I was hoping you pull your hair, like
Oh, like that, Daddy.
Yeah.
I am gonna get my hair permed tomorrow, or at least like try to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I left it long.
If not, just leave it. I only bought your hair for that joke.
Oh, okay.
That was it.
Yo, welcome back to the Low Quality Podcast, where our dicks are hard and our drinks are even harder.
And we're always high.
We, as in him. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not.
At least you're not always hard like Edward.
Or soft. I don't know what he considers it.
Still don't know.
Yeah.
Still don't
Dude,
know.
like the anatomy of a vampire, like. All right, so this is long overdue.
Yeah,
but we're finally doing fan questions.
Fan mail, basically.
Yeah. I mean,
to be honest, I didn't know we had any because people have just been mostly DMing Danny.
Right. Okay.
And I'm only in charge of like the main social ones. So
Right.
not many people write to that one.
So this is long overdue because like the viewers don't know this, but we tried recording an episode, but it got canceled for whatever reason, and we just scrapped that episode. This was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Okay.
It was like what?
So
episode 8. The real episode 8. I'll post that up. The real episode 8.
This one will be the real episode 8, part 2,
Yeah.
number 38, whatever episode we're on now.
I don't know, man. It's like 38, probably.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Okay, so we have 2 questions today, or from 2 different people. The first one, it might take a while. I'm not really sure, but let's call this person Sunshine. All right.
Okay.
So thank you, Sunshine. Like,
review yourself. We are the reviewers.
No, I okay. So about this person, like I know them personally.
Yeah, I was like, don't you know all these people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know this person personally, and like we had this
Apart.
conversation, and I just kind of took these questions because they asked me these questions, and I was like, you know
okay.
what? Let's do this for the podcast.
Okay. If I feel like it's gonna take too long, can we pass and then come back to it? Or do you
okay,
do you not care how far we get?
I would like to
Like is our goal to get through all the questions?
yeah. So so this is a set of 12 questions.
Okay. Yeah, I say if we think it might take too long, we could probably skip it
Yeah.
and then come back like
Okay.
within this, you know.
Okay.
Unless they're all like just gonna be long.
No, we could kind of keep it short.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember, I don't know this list. Guys.
Right.
So I'm going here blind.
Okay, so
I'm as blind as you guys.
Sunshine asked me these 12 questions, and I thought, oh, like I'll ask you these questions, and then like I'll answer them for you as well.
Oh, okay.
So like I said, there's 12 of them. So let's start with the first one. Okay. So number 1, if someone asks,
No.
all right, number 2. It's like If someone asked who or what I am to you, what would you say?
If someone asked me who I am or what to you, wait,
Yeah.
if I ask what am I to you or what are you to me?
Yeah. What am I to you? So, like a third person is like, "Hey,
No,
Richard."
yeah. But you're the one.
Oh, okay. So, like, say someone comes up to you and is like, "Hey, Richard, like, who's Danny to you?"
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, there was a lot of who and am and I and to you.
No, I understand. I understand.
Um, just repeat the question.
You did.
Yeah.
I'm like rereading the question. I'm like,
I was-
wait a minute.
I wasn't going to, but I was like, oh, you know
Those are
what? That
those
was-
are only said once, but it's like I understand. It's like in a confusing way.
um. It's because like I'm debating whether I should be serious or not.
Right, because like I have an idea like this shit could get deep.
Yeah.
Which like I don't mind.
It absolutely will. I guess we can just keep it. I guess we'll just keep it short. We'll just go on.
Right.
That way we can get to it. Because I mean, wait, this is the first fan mail, but it's 12 questions.
Yes.
Are we gonna go through all the fan mail today? That was my real. That was my actual question.
Okay, so
That's why I was saying like, should we skip some? And then,
so there's only 2 people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not saying that there's only 2, but I have two different fan questions for this episode. So this is the first
Okay.
fan question,
Okay.
which
It's
consists
okay.
of these.
We
2.
only have 2 commenters on the YouTube. It's always at least one from someone else, and then there's just that really awesome guy who compliments the editor. It's just me, and there's only one time.
Right.
Okay, I guess to me you are. Is that not the question?
No, it is. It's just the way you said it. Like it made sense, but it's like how you said it and like
Yeah.
your tone. It's like very, very comedic.
I want to say you're like. You won't get offended what I say, right?
Depends on what you say.
I think you'll be.
All right, that ends this episode.
Oh,
and
Jerry, stop hitting me!
This entire podcast.
I'm just kidding. No, I think you're like close to a brother.
Aw.
Like I don't know, like there's. I mean, would you say brother? Step brother? Half brother? I would say half brother. I think you'd be like a half brother, just a brother from another mother.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or maybe a brother from the same mother that I just never knew about. A brother?
Well, I mean, pretty much. Because
Yeah.
my mom's a lore.
Really? I thought she was a gang.
She's a lore.
Because it was supposed to be your mom related to my mom. And my mom's a yang. Is my mom a yang? Viewers, answer me here. But yeah. I guess I would just say brother.
Yeah.
Just say brother. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
Mm.
Do you want to get deep?
I don't know. What are the other questions? Are they
Okay.
also pretty deep ones?
Okay, yeah.
Because we're already at like 47 minutes.
Right. All right. Let's keep moving then.
Okay.
All right, brother. Then, what are 3 things you like about me?
Dick, ass, and balls.
Really? If someone asked you,
no.
what are 3 things you like about Danny? Those are the 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
With explanation or no explanation?
Only if they ask.
All right, with explanation.
No, actually, I won't do an explanation. I think it'd be funner. They'll just mysteriously think you're gay
Yeah.
or possibly gay.
Us.
I'm not
don't
gonna see
single
them
me.
again. This is you.
Don't single me out. What are those? What like our top fan?
I'm not gay. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Anyways, I would say punk ass bitch. Those are 3 words.
No, 3 different things, not 3 words. to
They are
describe.
3 different things. He's a punk,
punk.
an ass, and a bitch. Punk ass bitch.
Man, fuck you. All right, that ends this episode. First question is all sweet. This one, you're
Yeah,
like
that's
insulting
that's
me,
why I did it.
throwing me under
But
the
then,
bus.
like, what answer are you expecting from me? If someone came up to you and was like, Richard said you're a punk ass bitch, you would be like, oh, that's Richard.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Like, oh, Richard.
I'd be like, yeah. Do you want me to give real answers though, or
It's like,
or
it's
are
like-
you okay with punk ass bitch?
It's like, what are 3 things you like about me? You're like, he's a punk ass bitch.
yeah. I'm gonna stick with those unless you want real answers.
Hey man, whatever you want, whatever you want.
You're the one asking me, so
Yeah,
you
exactly.
you can decide if you're satisfied with the answer.
All right.
Okay,
let's
we're
move
keeping
on.
it at that. Don't get it wrong, I do love Danny, but you know
Right.
that's how we poke fun.
Number 3. What makes me different from any other guys?
Punk ass bitch.
Different answer.
You know what? Actually, I have an answer for this one. I'm gonna go sweet and like angry or
Okay.
like mean.
Yeah.
What was it? It's your fashion. I think you have like the best fashion out of all the guy friends I know.
Aw,
Yeah.
thanks.
But to be fair, it's pretty. The rest of us guys are pretty low. Like I think the only one competition would be like, well, I can't say his name. I'll tell you later.
Yeah. Wait, hang on. Put the microphones down and like whisper it and cover your mouth.
Hello?
You like bleep it out?
Yeah, I'll bleep it out.
Dude. I said whisper.
Yeah, I know. I was tempted to. I was like, maybe I should just whisper.
Dude, and
Nah,
then
he won't know.
fucking Richard announced it to the whole world.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Wait, him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you did hear me? Okay. Yeah, because he has pretty good sense of fashion and stuff too. When he wants to, or at least before he did.
I never paid attention. But,
Oh,
okay.
yeah. But yeah. I think your fashion style is very good.
Oh, okay.
You definitely look like you're a guy who actually like will try to dress, because the rest of us will not.
Okay, thanks. Oh my gosh. So that's what makes me different from other guys, huh?
Yeah, definitely your fashion.
Okay. All right. Number 4. What's something you dislike about me?
Your fashion. It looks nice, but it's a little too gay. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there's a word for it. Metrosexual?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, South Park made fun of it, right?
Yeah. One thing I dislike about you,
Mm-hmm.
I guess you're. I really had it's brave fart.
Oh, okay.
It's a brave fart. Hold on, it's short. Oh my god, what was I gonna say? It's
Is it about my personality?
no. I think I was just gonna. I think I was just gonna say your work schedule or your scheduling. No, okay, all right, I got one. Your indecisiveness.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes it's not because you're indecisive. I just feel like you're just too neutral. You're just like, I don't care, or it's whatever you
Yeah.
want, But sometimes I'm just like, Danny, I'm also this way too.
Mhm.
But I'm also like, I'm more of a people pleaser than you. So it's like, you just gotta pick, man.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we
okay.
keep going back and forth.
No.
Because I'm not gonna say something because I don't want you to not like it. So that's why I'm just gonna. You just have to pick it.
Yeah. About that, I've noticed that too.
Yeah.
It's because I'm not like making decisions because I want other people to make decisions, if that makes sense.
Wait, hold on. Repeat that.
Okay, so like I'm not making decisions because I want other people to make decisions. Like I want their inputs, but it doesn't happen. You know what I'm talking about?
Sorry, I was just as if getting closer was gonna make me understand better.
You're like,
yeah, that's why I was like, repeat it.
you're like really trying to focus. You're just
Yeah.
like wobbly.
But anyway, no, I get what you mean. I get what you
Yeah,
mean.
yeah. So that's why like I'm like very neutral, is because like I want other
Yeah.
people's input, but it never happens.
I think it's like the opposite of me then, because I want you to pick because I want you to enjoy what you want.
Right.
So it's the opposite of me, or it's the opposite, because you want to enjoy what others will enjoy. While me, it's like I'm down to enjoy what you want to enjoy.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I get that. It's like the traditional like, hey, what do you want to eat? Like, I don't know, you pick.
Yeah, it's not like that. It's not that. We're not, we're not dating. It's not a dating talk. We're actually just two dudes who's like, I don't know, man. Whatever you
I
want.
don't know. We might be dating. Viewers don't know.
You want to?
We'll keep it questionable.
We'll keep it vague.
Yeah. What question am I on? Or number 5. What's your favorite thing about me?
What? Didn't you already ask this?
No, I asked you what makes me different from other guys.
Oh,
But-
what's my favorite thing about
Yeah,
you?
what's your favorite thing about me?
Punk ass bitch. I'm just kidding. I think it's the fact that you're also willing to do kind of like anything.
Oh,
Like if I was like, let's go to the bar tonight, you'd probably be like, okay.
hell yeah, dude. I'm a down bro.
Yeah. And also like that, and also just like you're not scared to do it. Like
Yeah.
like if I was like, hey, let's go out tonight, you'd probably be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's because it's like I don't really have any responsibilities except for like, things I have to do tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
But it's like, why not?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. They say that's
Like-
why like you had that same thing where it's just like, okay, yeah, why not?
Exactly.
I have-
It's like I could say no and like I could be comfortable, but it's like, oh, but there's so much more possibilities if I do say yes and we go out. Like
Yeah.
say our night hike, right?
Yeah.
We didn't expect to go hiking after hitting the bar.
Yeah. But like it's also nice because you also commit to it too.
Right.
Like sometimes if I'm just like, yeah, I'm down to hang out tonight, but I don't have my car, so you have to pick me up. You'd be like,
Right.
yeah, sure.
Like it's like I'm down, but like that's if you show up, then we'll do it. But for me, it's like, yeah, dude, I'm down. Like I'm gonna get ready and I'm gonna go, whether you want to or not, or like
Yeah.
not you per se, but like say for example a group of us.
Yeah.
It's like everyone says yes, but then it's like, all right, well if everyone last minute changes their mind, I'm still gonna go, and like you're always there to go with me too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I think it's really nice.
Yeah, and I noticed that like kind of from the beginning of our relationship, not like in high school, but like when we reconnected,
Yeah.
I noticed that like you're always down too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Always down to go downtown
Always
on
down.
each other.
Yeah.
This is gonna be our tease episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of teasing and other kinds of teasing. All right,
next question.
number 6. What was your first impression of me?
Who is this guy?
Yeah, like-
because literally I did not know who you were when we first met.
Yeah.
Because you just were just some random Asian kid who walked up and was like, "Hey, do you guys know?" And I was like, "Who's this guy?"
Yep.
It wasn't like sarcastic, like, "Who is this guy? I think he is." You know, it was just like, "Who's this?"
Yeah.
It was like Stranger Danger. Like what?
Stranger danger. Who is this? Can I trust you? Do I run away?
But I don't know, man. Jeez, that's like all the way in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I guess because we didn't hang out that much and we weren't as close in high school, so I was kind of not indifferent to you, but I was just like, I just really didn't care.
Right. No. I understand.
like I had no impression of you, but it was just like, I don't care.
It's like, oh, I guess
This
this
guy's
guy's coming around now.
Yeah, I was like, all right, good, whatever. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you're just whatever to me.
Who knew? Like years later, we started a podcast together.
I know, right? Help, I'm being forced.
No, he's not. Number 7. What are 3 things I say a lot?
Gosh, I feel like you say gosh a lot.
I probably do.
I think so. Actually, I have a question about that. Do you
Yeah.
say gosh a lot because you can't say like God or God damn it?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Because I noticed that too with some of our other Christian Catholic friends. They also say gosh more. They say something else. Or they get upset when you say like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought maybe that's just like in like a Christian thing.
Yeah. Even I don't really say damn it. Like I say dang it.
Oh yeah, that was the second thing I was gonna say too. Yeah.
Oh.
Gosh and dang it.
Gosh, dang
gosh
it.
dang it.
That's the third one?
Yeah, it. That's a joke on Futurama.
Is it?
Yeah. There are like Bender's top 7 words, and it's just like his catchphrase, but like spread out.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, actually, they added one extra word just for fun. Just to fuck with people.
What was it?
Daffodil.
Oh.
Yeah, his catchphrase is bite my shiny metal ass.
Yeah.
So so they were going bite my shiny metal ass. Okay, so the 6th word was like ass. 5th word metal. Bite my shiny. I don't know.
Metal.
Metal, and then the next one was like shiny, and then
My.
no, it started with oh no, it did start. So it started from 7 to up, right?
Yeah. It's
So,
just
but it
in
starts-
reverse.
Yeah, but so it starts with bite, my, I was trying to do it the other way.
Right.
Shiny, metal, daffodil, ass. It's like what? Like if you weren't paying attention to how many words there were,
Right.
you would be like, you would have seen like, wait, why is there an extra slot? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And then it turns out it's daffodil.
Yeah.
The Futurama writers were really something else.
Yeah. The humor is really great.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So gosh, and I think you say fuck a lot more than me.
Probably.
Yeah. I feel like you say it a little bit more than me, and it just stands out for some reason.
Is it because like I look like someone who, or is it because when I say it, it sounds like I shouldn't be saying it? You know
Maybe.
how you know.
I think, or maybe it's just because you're the first to always say it. Like sometimes when we're just like indecisive or something, and then finally you're just like, all right, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're the only one who says that.
Okay. But you know how there are like people who, when they say a cuss word, it sounds unnatural.
Yeah.
Does it sound unnatural from me?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like me with like if I yell, like angry yell, a lot of people get off guard because oh, I never heard you yell.
Mhm.
It's just like that. And then the third word would be, I don't know, daffodil. I actually had that third word. What was it?
Dude, in the last 10 years, I probably said daffodil twice. And that was the second time.
It's this time? Yeah. I guess you say no a lot.
No?
Yeah, no. Because you're always telling Nabi, no,
Oh,
or something. I don't know what the third would be. It?
Okay. We'll leave it conspicuous.
Okay, yeah. Porno?
Porn? Every single day, I'm like, gosh, I love porn.
Yeah.
Don't clip it. Number 8. What's one thing you hope for in the future?
With you?
No, just
me?
you. Yeah, just you.
And all these other people.
Great song, by the way.
I don't remember the next words. I always forget.
Other people, nothing to do.
Oh, is that it? Nothing to do?
Something like that.
Don't copyright us for that.
Have to sing in different pitch. Yeah. What's one thing you hope for in the future?
I don't know.
Sex?
No.
No. As if you know it's coming. Like, get some tonight.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot, man. There's been a lot.
Name one.
Know. Getting through the Lord of the Rings books.
Yeah. That counts.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot. Like getting a new job. getting through. You know what? I'll do one for the podcast. Getting more views.
Okay.
I hope we start getting a lot bigger soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would be
Okay.
nice. Would be nice. Not that I don't appreciate our views already.
Right.
I love you guys all, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
I need more.
Yeah. So make sure to share this podcast with all your friends and family.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Okay. No, I like that answer a lot. All right. Number 9. If we were together right now, what would we be doing?
Probably not doing a podcast.
Yeah. Okay. Like outside of the podcast, like what would we be doing?
Probably drinking.
I mean,
yeah. It could be just casually as this too, you know.
So honestly, like, yeah, like if we were not recording for the podcast, the only difference is we're not holding mics.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. It's just this. This is the reason why we started the podcast, actually.
Right.
It's just because of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would just be this.
Yep. Pretty much.
Maybe dueling. Man, I hope we have time. I updated my decks. I wanted to test them out.
Yeah. Yeah. Did your
That's
cards
cool.
ever come in?
Yeah, they finally came in. I'm still missing some. And then it
Okay.
reinstocked. So, oh,
Oh yeah, we play Yu-Gi-Oh. Go on.
fucking nerd.
Nerd.
I knew it. I called him out. Got it.
Yeah.
It's on camera now.
The viewers like, they look like they play Yu-Gi-Oh.
I know, right? I'm like wearing a Yu-Gi-Oh shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the next one. Oh, wait. Did I answer this one? What
Uh,
were we doing? Yeah. We just be
Oh,
hanging
yeah.
out. We just be doing this.
yeah, exactly.
Without beer.
Okay, number 10. Hang on, what? What would we be doing right now if we never met? What would we be doing right now if we never met? Yeah.
Just this, but someone else.
You're recording a podcast with who? Who would it be?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. In all seriousness,
You know what? I
would
feel
just-
like you probably do a podcast with either your cousin or like say Connie.
No, I probably be gaming with Connie, and we probably like. Oh, that's what I'll probably be streaming. I'll probably be streaming instead of doing a podcast.
Huh, okay.
And I'll probably do it with with Connie or my group of friends or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
alright. Yeah. Yeah, because I really want to get into streaming, but then I stopped because we did the podcast.
Hmm.
It's too time consuming. I can't do both.
Right.
I think it'd be fun if we streamed a couple times though, or did our own gameplay things instead of just me and Yuki.
Right. Alex, one of our past guests,
Who lives downstairs?
yeah, who was currently downstairs. This was when we were in college together and like we were hanging out, and he said that he wanted to stream like his gameplay too, but he wanted me to be part of like his stream because I don't play games. So he wants to see me like play a game for the first time and like see how bad I am because I'm like the comedic relief.
No, for me, I just like having an extra person with me.
Right.
Because if I'm
Honestly, it's more about like the banter with each other.
yeah. Because if I'm gonna stream and play games, I want it to be like entertaining. I don't want you to just be watching it to watch me play game. I want you to be there because you're just here for the show.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And those are the streams I like, and that's the stream that I would want to do. So I would like
Yep.
to. That's why whenever I want to stream, I always want to play with people.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what you would be doing.
Oh.
Sleeping? Feeding your dogs? Actually,
do you want me to answer these questions like all 12 too?
I mean, if you want, if you have time, if
Okay.
you want to go that far,
All right.
but we don't have to.
All right, then
We'll
we'll
save it for next time.
all right, okay.
No, actually, yeah, we'll just do me. Just do me this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just do me. Just do me.
Yeah. Do me. Do me. Do
Yeah.
it.
Number 11. How was your life before we met?
I just would have gone to. I would have gone to high school. Probably would have hung out with the same friends. Probably still would have gotten Yuki.
Okay,
Right.
dude, let me answer
Like-
this question for you.
Like, yeah,
you're,
like,
you're
like, I'm-
overcomplicating this question.
Yeah, like I'm so sorry. I'm just like I'm just yeah.
Okay, let me answer this for you.
Okay,
then.
okay,
All right.
okay.
So before you met me,
Mm-hmm.
you had a high school crush. You had a good guy friend who you would probably consider your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're starting your high school career,
Mm-hmm.
like any teenager.
Uh-huh.
And you might have had baggage. Like, yeah. And we'll
Yeah.
just leave it at that.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Question number
Okay.
12.
All right, that's it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you're over. You're like trying to get
maybe,
deep.
Maybe
but
I was, or maybe I wasn't trying to. I don't know.
yeah, because you're trying to think like, oh, what would my life had been, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just asking like, what was your life before
Before?
we
Oh,
met?
Okay.
Yeah. You're overcomplicating.
Sorry, I thought I don't know. I just kept making it sound like it was like you wanted something more from it. And I was like, I don't know. There's anything more.
No. Like I'm just like I was just asking you to like just kind of like describe like what was going through your life at the time.
Yeah, I think maybe I was just also trying to like think of something that did happen, but it didn't because it was just like nothing happened.
Yeah. Which is fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 12. What's one thing you would say to future Richard, like for real? That's what it says. That's the question.
Okay, so future from here, right? My future now, right? It's all like what would you have told your future self if you were like 10 years old? It's just future now.
Yeah.
Wait, would that even matter? Because if I'm telling my future, it's like it's not gonna really. What do I tell them? Like,
Well, because
I guess I would just say, well, it depends on my future. If I'm doing good, I'd be like, good job, dude. If I'm doing bad, I'd be like, the fuck, man. I tried my hardest.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I don't think I would say much to my future self. I don't know. Oh, you're still here?
Oh yeah, I guess so.
I can say that too.
Yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, all right.
Cool. Check again later, I guess.
Okay. Well, that's the 12 questions.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could like do all this stuff. Like, where did the lottery money? How much should I bet on the next Super Bowl? You know, if I'm like asking, if I'm talking to my future self.
Oh yeah.
Try to get some cheat codes for the future. I guess I don't know.
And then like they tell you like who to bet on, and then like you're like okay, and then they just disappear because now your future has changed.
Yeah. But then my future changed. That means I never asked that person, so I never knew the answer.
Exactly.
So I never existed. This all goes into our next question.
Yes, it does. It does actually.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hang on. All right. So first,
that's the 12th one, right?
yeah, that's the 12th one. Okay. Thank you, Sunshine, for these questions, and sorry I stole them from you.
Sorry, my 12th answer wasn't as exciting as you thought it would be. Maybe we were getting like really deep.
Right.
It would be, but we're just doing really quick.
Yeah. So like these questions, they're meant to be like like kind of get deep, but like kind of like your first reaction to it.
Yeah.
All right. So our next person who gave us a topic to talk about, give them a nickname. Okay, I have one.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to like, should I do one that's like super vague or one that's just like slightly off? but I was debating and I was just like,
You're like Shakespeare.
Yeah. But if you have one,
yeah, I have.
Okay, go.
Oh, I was gonna call them Snake.
Oh, okay.
All right. So this question comes from Snake, and they texted me.
Snake.
Yes. Hang on. Okay. If there was a time machine and you traveled back 10 years, according to movies and most entertainment, there would be two versions of you. You, 10 years back, and the current you. And then they go on to say, but I think there would only be the current you, because if you traveled 10 seconds to the past, there would not be a version from 10 seconds ago. Does this question make sense?
Yeah, basically you're just asking if you time travel to the past, would you still be there, or do you like basically replace yourself with Neo?
Yeah.
Like are you gonna have a doppelganger or not doppelganger? It's would you have? I don't know.
Okay, let me give an example then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sorry, I just can't think of the word.
say low quality podcasts, we traveled to the past, right? Mm-hmm. And we if we go to the past, like, is it
Bury
gonna
it?
be like us, like, with our future sense, like in our past bodies, or is there gonna be like a double version of us,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like, are we gonna see ourselves?
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So, fuck. I feel like I said it better in my head, but when I said it out loud, I fucked it up.
Yeah. Basically, is there gonna be two of you in the past or not?
Yes. Okay.
I want to say, see, it's really dumb because I think it depends, but I'm going to lean towards there will be a double.
Okay.
You will create a double, but again, it depends. I hate the depending part because it's
Right.
like you have to be very, you have to be really specific on how you go back in time
Yes.
because it's like if your whole body physically is going to the past, there will be two doubles.
Yes.
Because you can't exist in the past
Mhm.
without you being there.
Right.
But if you're only transferring your mind or your conscience, then you can replace the person in the past
Right.
because that's not physical.
A way I also see it is like if you're to time travel, like I see it just like time reversing. So instead of you getting older, it's just you
yeah.
getting younger.
Okay, yeah.
And then like say everything that you knew you start to forget. Like it's like instead of learning, you're unlearning everything.
Right.
And so it's like you reverting back to like 20-year-old Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah, with no knowledge of 30-year-old Richard and
Yeah.
this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there will be a double?
Like you said, depends, right?
Yeah, let's say.
But for me personally, like if I were to put like thought into this and say I was to like research this, my final decision would be there would be two versions of yourself.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because one, you can't really transfer your mind only unless you have like superpowers.
Right. Right.
Like X-Men. Like X-Men, they transfer the mind and consciousness. That's why there's no double.
Mm-hmm.
But in other movies where there's time travel, there's always a double because that person's physically going through it.
Right. Okay. So let's take X-Men for example. Cat, right?
Williams.
Cat Williams. Yes. Has the powers. Cat Williams, this little girl in X-Men, a white little girl.
Okay, so you're making it racist.
Who's definitely not a comedian. Has these powers of going through walls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going through physical objects. And then she later develops her powers, and not only is she able to go through physical objects, she's now able to go through time itself.
Mm.
So that's Cat Williams' powers in X-Men.
Yeah.
Her power is to go back in time, and there's only one version of themselves. So something happens, right? Say something happens right now, and I'm like, oh shit, time to go back to the past. We go back to the past 1 minute later with the knowledge of what happened in the future. So there's only one version of themselves. And then there's also, I don't know what movie, but it's like we go to the past and then, oh no, Family Guy, right?
There's a lot of shows. I think the best one that did it was Futurama. They have an episode about going back in the past.
Yeah.
And there's always like, they were talking about like, there's always going to be a double.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't exist more than just one.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to go back to your time or not messing in the past.
Yeah.
Futurama does a really good explaining of it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because the writers are like super smart.
Yeah. They're
do you
fucking nerds.
Do you know that joke?
No, I don't.
The like, I think like 8 out of 8, like 80% of the writers for Futurama were all like PhD and doctorates.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
shit.
why a lot of times you watch Futurama, they have like this really smart like jokes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like a lot of their math stuff like checks out.
So maybe that's why it's so good then.
Yeah, like one person calculated like it's weird how Fry froze himself at night, but he woke up in the day. You know, but it should have been the same time, right? Because it's just him freezing, you know. But it turns out,
Like the machine that froze him is like set for like an exact amount,
I don't know how it works.
right? So say like he froze himself at midnight, then he should have woken up at midnight.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's what you think of, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it turns out it's daytime. But it turns out it's because it's just him frozen, but everything else is still kind of like going its own course and stuff. So like by the time it, from 2000 to 3000, the Earth has moved to the point of where it's now daytime and not midnight.
Oh.
And it's like, and someone did the math. It's like it all checks out. This actually would have worked. And then that's when we're reminded that like, oh yeah, like 8 of the 10 writers on Futurama were like doctorates from Harvard and shit.
Yeah. It's like, were they the same? Like, we know Matt.
No, they're not the same writers as Matt Groening for The Simpsons.
Okay.
Futurama and Simpsons have like their own writers.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
created by Matt Groening. Matt Groening.
I think it's Graining.
I know it's
Or
Groening.
whatever you said the first time. Because I always thought it was groaning, too.
Yeah, but it's Groening.
Yeah. Okay.
We just say groaning because that's what it looks like.
Yeah. And we didn't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So Futurama does a lot of like going back to the past, and there's
Mhm.
always like a double, and the professor's always like, there can't be more than two, otherwise one will one will die or like get or go back to his time,
Mm-hmm.
and usually, yeah, one person dies.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I believe that there will be a double.
Yep. Okay. Do you remember your thought process about this question? Okay, let me.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
At first, I kept thinking, I was like, I think there's only gonna be a double. But then I started thinking, oh, but then there's been movies where like they did go back and there was no double. And then that's when I came to the conclusion. I was like, oh, it depends because in
Mhm.
those movies they didn't do a physical time travel. You know,
Right.
it was all physical. Like even Endgame, it was all physical.
Yeah.
The only time it was like through the mind was like, yeah, X-Men. Or
Yeah.
like,
Then again, like, well, because I didn't want to bring the MCU into this because they say it's time traveling, but in reality, it's just
more
going
like
to.
alternate it's more like universe hopping. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
that's what they try to.
Right.
One movie did make me really question it, and it's a movie that I kind of like. It's called About Time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've seen it.
No.
Well, this guy learns that the man in his family have the ability to travel through time,
Mm-hmm.
and the way and I kept thinking, I was like, well, maybe he just like I always thought like maybe he like always physically traveled through time, but the thing is that like in order for him to travel through time, he has to do very specific things and be in specific spots. But every time he went back in time, the way you do it is you go into a dark room and you just think of the thought and then you come out and you're there.
Oh, okay.
So every time he came out, he always came out like the closet where he went to in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So that means it was like, well, then it must be a mind thingy because like, or it can't be a body thingy because there's no double there.
Mm-hmm.
But then a lot of people are like, well, how is his body in the past able to go to the closet and wait for him there, and then transfer a mind or something?
Mm-hmm.
That or he's just like really being his own thing coming out and he just never meets the double.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just that's him traveling using his mind to travel through things.
Right.
Because sometimes when he goes back to the future, he's in a different spot. He's not in the closet.
Oh. Okay.
And the way this gets explained is that from an anime, they also do time traveling, and they explain what happens to the person that's not currently time traveling. What they explain in a pretty good way what happens to them, and it turns out, it'd be like this. It'd be like you went back to the past, and came back to the future, right?
Yeah.
Or present, I guess, whatever.
Right.
And now you're thinking like, I wonder what past me is doing. Like, would they be like doing something else or something? You know? It turned, or you'd be thinking of like, am I still back there doing? Or is it still my conscious? You know?
Mm-hmm.
But it turns out, whatever's happening in the past, even if you change it, it's still gonna just auto run and auto play. So it still kind of happens. Like things might still change in the future, but think of it as like your character in the past is now just an NPC, and he's just
Yeah.
like doing his thing and doing his auto thing, and up until he comes up to the present where everything's actually affected.
Right. Everything syncs up again.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like for About Time, I think he's like connecting with his past person, and his past body knows like, oh, I need to go to the closet, I need to go where
Yeah.
he's gonna come out, and then because going back to the future doesn't require anything, or it doesn't seem like it. Maybe it's just the way they cut it too. I feel like I have to watch the movie again.
Right.
It's a pretty good movie. But like if it just but if like I don't think there's a requirement because it just always just shows him back in the future, and he's just like doing things.
Right.
I'm thinking that's because his future is also auto playing, and it just brings his mind back there. Because that's the current time. That's the time that has to keep going because the past has already like happened, so you can go visit it, and nothing. It's like standstill, but your future is still kind of playing, you know.
Right.
So your autoplay has to like still get out the closet and move around and do stuff.
Right.
But then again, I haven't seen the movie for a while, and I might have to watch it again, and it might just be like just the way they cut it. Like maybe he just got out of the closet and they just didn't show it. Because
That's our next movie review.
It's the next X-Men movie.
This is like our we're gonna do a part 2 for this question.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, that movie got me really thinking about it, and then, but then I
Yeah.
came to terms that it's like it depends, but it's definitely there's definitely gonna be a double.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the anime where they talk about time traveling?
Tokyo Revengers.
Tokyo Revengers. Okay. Well, I mean, I love the way anime explains like concepts, because anime itself just has a good storytelling.
Yeah.
Okay. So About Time, is that the movie where like this guy, he watches like a video, like a home tape of like his birthday, and there's like a stranger in the background?
No, this is a good movie. It's a rom-com.
Oh, it's a rom-com. Okay.
Unless the movie you're thinking of is a horror movie.
No, it's not a horror movie.
Oh.
I've never seen the movie, but I know like the basis
in
of
the
it.
back.
Yeah.
What
So
movie is this?
like, this guy watches like a home video, like on VHS, and then he sees like this stranger in the background, right? And then he's like, "Oh my gosh, like who is that?" and stuff. So he tries to go back in time to figure out who it is, or like what happens to his dad and shit like that.
Is this?
So he builds like a machine in his basement, and then it allows him to time travel to go back in time to like his 8th birthday or whatever it is.
Oh,
right?
I remember this one.
Yeah, and then it turns out that strange person
Oh.
is him.
It's God, what is it? It's not made by the same people who did Super 8, but it came out at the same time as Super 8.
Mm-hmm.
God, what is that movie called?
Yeah, it's around that time.
It's like Paradox? No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I remember this one because they all eventually go back in time and they like win the lottery and then they go back to the future. But then it turns out like
yeah, that sounds right.
But turns out the guy's like, oh, we messed up. We need to go back again. So
Yes.
They go back and they win the lottery again,
Mm-hmm.
but it's less money and they're like unhappy about it.
Yeah.
But then that's when they learn that like, oh, we can't affect too much. Or we can't go back to that.
Right.
Yeah, I remember this movie.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was it called though?
All right.
I don't know. I'll look for it.
Put a point in that, or like if viewers, if you know what it is, then like put it in the comments as well.
Reveal this movie for us. Help the revealers.
Okay. The other point I want to bring up is because you said like as you time travel, whoever's in the past, like your past self, is kind of like an NPC. They just kind of go through life until everything syncs back up, right?
Yeah.
That made me think of Click. When Adam Sandler, he goes into the future.
Yeah, like Click.
Because he's like, fuck it, like just take me to the future where I get a raise.
Yeah.
And then during that time, like he's just kind of going through mindlessly through life, right?
Yeah.
And it turns out like he went through a divorce, and it's like
Yeah,
now he's old.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't understand why it happened and stuff. He loves his family. But turns out it's because like everything while he was spending time in the past, the future was still like moving on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he kind of like goes.
Click is a good movie too.
Yeah, and he kind of goes back in time to like see what happens, and like it's them at a family dinner, and he's just kind of eating like mindlessly, going through life, and then like there's no communication between him and his wife, and that's what caused their divorce and stuff like that. Yeah. And that's when he like realizes, oh shit, like it's not about like satisfaction and money. Like I need to be there for my family.
Yeah, and also like there's no point in keep constantly going back to the past.
Yes.
Just stay in your present.
Yeah. It's a really good movie.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Adam Sandler has some pretty good movies, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're serious, but they're all pretty. Some of them are pretty good.
Yeah, I mean that one is both like funny and serious.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's another point I want to bring up. No, I think that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, something. So I feel like if you're that movie
About Time.
Like I don't think your past self is like kind of like mindlessly going through things and you just kind of sync up.
Yeah.
I think it was like your past self was like, oh, like I'm gonna make a conscious decision to like go into this closet because I'm just a kid, I'm playing and stuff like that. And then like you go in there and then like your future self just kind of like goes back and you're like, okay, all right, time to go do what I need to do, right?
Yeah.
So that's my thought about that. Another one another movie that came up to me was that rom-com, or like a romance movie where they write letters and they put it in the mailbox and it goes back to the past and like you know what I'm talking about? It's like
What is it?
the lake or something like that.
It's a Julia Roberts movie, right?
Yeah, with
The Lake House. It's called The Lake House.
I
think
think
it's just
so.
called The Lake
Wait,
House.
is that the horror movie?
No, that one's called House on the Lake, which I think is also another movie. No, what is it? It's not you. It's not You've Got Mail. It's not.
You've Got Mail sounds like a horror movie.
It's actually another rom com with I think Julia Roberts.
Yeah, so she like writes a
I know what
letter,
you're talking
right?
about, yeah.
And then it's like to her lover, but
Husband's
turns out
keeper?
it's like someone from like the past or the future.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's. And I can't remember the movie, but
Okay,
yeah.
I've never seen it either, but like that's something to do with time travel. Because you made me think of that as you were explaining your movies, and I was like, oh, I wonder how that works.
Yeah, I don't know if that one goes with the question though, because that's two completely different people.
Yeah, definitely. Not. Like I'm just bringing up like different time travel movies now.
Yeah, there's a bunch. There's a lot of good ones.
Another one was Loki.
Yeah, Loki does it.
Yeah,
That's why I was gonna bring up MCU because like Loki did it too,
Mhm.
but we went to something else.
right. But like with Loki, we know that there are multiple multiverses, right?
Mhm.
But like the god of stories, is that what his title is?
Oh yeah.
There's only one of him,
Yeah.
so he could like kind of like jump back and forth where he chooses to, right?
Yeah.
And so I feel like if he goes to the future or to the past, then like he could just like it's like there's only one version of himself, and it's just the mind conscious thing going on. And then
Maybe. Actually, I don't know if there's only one. Who knows the MCU right now?
right,
Because it could be like he's the only one of that universe, and then there's like another one, but who knows? I want to say there's only one though, because I've only
Yeah.
heard of one.
yeah, I think there's only one because like he's the one in keeping all of the multiverses in balance.
Going, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, like if there was like a god of gods, like he's up there.
The god of gods of story. The story of the gods of the gods.
Right.
Story.
I already asked you this too, but then like in the MCU, not like the MCU like cinematic universe, but like in Marvel, like who's top?
Dude, I don't fucking know, man.
Exactly, like it's so hard.
It's comic books.
There's Loki, and then there's the Watcher.
Dude, there's stories of like where Thanos is like the top, you know?
Right.
There's stories where like Hawkeye's the top, probably.
Probably.
Maybe the top will be Deadpool. Because I feel like
there's a comic where he fucking kills everyone, right?
yeah, there is one. But I feel like it's because he's also like knows that he's a comic character, so he can
Yeah,
actually, like, affect
he's just like
things,
the only character who breaks the
I
fourth
guess.
wall.
Yeah, I guess so. Because technically he could. Yeah, I think maybe Deadpool is the strongest because he could technically just be like, I'm gonna remind myself as the strongest one,
Right.
And he just does it.
Which kind of brings up this new Deadpool movie because he does get introduced to the MCU,
Yep. Yeah.
or he hints at it.
I think so because he joins the TVA.
Right.
Well, the
Oh
TVA
yeah,
comes
yeah.
against him.
Exactly. Based on the trailers.
Yeah. But we don't know. It could just be him just world jumping too, like the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
All right,
We'll find out.
future low quality crew, like you let us know.
Yeah, message back like 2 months from now and be like, "This is the answer."
Yes. And then future us will read it and be like, ah, yes. Okay, so another like an anime I want to bring up is Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
This one I'm not too familiar with. Like Eddie could explain this better than me.
Yeah, Eddie definitely explain it. From what I remember is what happened in Dragon Ball Z there was only one time, but because they went back in time, they created another alternate.
Right.
But there was only one.
Yeah.
But they created another one.
Right.
I think that's the base of it.
Yeah.
Like that's the general idea of it.
For people who don't know what we're talking about, like we're talking about Trunks, right? Because there's future Trunks who goes back in time to prevent Goku from dying and to help defeat the androids.
Yeah.
And then from this, like that's how Cell was created,
Yeah.
because Cell time travels as well.
Yeah.
And then there's like theories that in the main timeline, like Cell was never created, and then there's like another timeline where it goes back to the main timeline and becomes Cell. But then there's like, from what I understand, there's like 4 different timelines going on. Like there's a timeline where Cell goes back and dies, so then like the one in that timeline becomes Cell and shit like that.
Yeah, there's a
So
whole way.
right,
There's a
and
whole
then
people
like based on that
interpret.
theory, there can be 2 different people in the same
Yeah.
timeline.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, or
Well, I don't know. I mean, eventually, one dies and then one goes back.
right, but
Because like Cell
yeah, there's
dies,
still 2.
and then Trunks
Uh,
went back.
yeah, and then yeah, and then like you see in Super, right, that there's not Super in Dragon
Yeah,
Ball Z. There's
Super.
2 of them. Yeah, because there's Future Trunks and there's Baby Trunks.
No, is that the Boo Saga? And Super Trunks is already like grown up a little bit.
Right, right. Yeah,
But
yeah.
but but
The
the
Boo
but the
Saga.
future Trunks only comes back to, again, just to visit, and
Yep.
and then he goes back though.
Yep.
He doesn't stay.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Is like no one stays
Right.
because it might fuck
And
shit
then
up maybe.
and then like Trunks from that timeline grows up to have purple hair instead of white.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what Snake said. Hang on, I lost it. So I asked them, like, what do you think? And they said, I'm not sure about it, to be honest. I think that you wouldn't be able to see the younger version of you because you're moving your whole body or essence back into time, so you wouldn't have the second version of you there, since you are the past, future, and present. So I think what they're trying to say is like your mind, your presence goes
Yeah.
back in time
I
as
think what
well.
they're trying to say is that you just replace that person
Mm-hmm.
basically.
And then they go on to say the other argument, though, is if your past self isn't there to make the decisions to lead to the present, then how do you end up there?
He's just putting himself in a circle.
You're right. And then they later on go say, hey, I just thought of another example. So if you're to travel to the future, in theory, there would be no future you. So why would there be a past you moving backwards? So think about that. If you were to go to the future,
Just paradox yourself out of existence.
this is why time travel doesn't exist.
This is why you don't find out that you have a time traveler.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, 2 thoughts. But first, let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were to go to the future, same concept. Like, is there a future you, or do you become future you?
There would it would depend again. But
Right?
if we're gonna go physically, there would be the future you still,
Mm-hmm.
because because your past is still just going there. That's why whenever there's like a movie where like the past goes to the future, they're always like, oh, you need to hurry back to the past because if you don't, then I'm not gonna exist and everything changes.
Right.
Like Terminator. Terminator does that.
Mm.
They're always sending. They sent. I don't remember. But they sent one of the Terminators to the future instead of them coming to the past.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, like we need to make sure you go back to where you're supposed to go to make sure this all happens.
Right.
Otherwise, if you don't do that, then yeah, you will exist. You will stop existing. You will stop yourself because obviously, yeah, you're past. Because yeah, like it's yeah. Because it's like if you go to the past, your future is kind of like yeah, I don't know. I would say there will be a double, but if you don't go back to the past, you will write yourself out of existence.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Same thing with going to the past.
Yeah.
Okay, so that made me think of what my like a different friend told me. This is a long time ago. He said that if he could create a time machine, he would take the time machine, go back to the past, and give it to himself, which made me think, which doesn't make sense, but kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah, because then how does? Okay, no, you could do that because then that means your future self would just disappear.
Yeah.
But then that means like your past is gonna be all up to you now,
Mm-hmm.
or you just don't have a future actually, basically.
Right. But that also made me think of like the Flash. The Flash is the same lightning bolt that gave himself powers.
I've never seen the Flash. You're talking about the new one?
Oh no, like I thought it was just like part of the comics. Like
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought
right? The lightning bolt that gave him
I think
powers is him?
Maybe. I'm not that good on DC lore,
Okay.
but I think that's about right.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure either. Like, that's what I heard.
Okay, maybe that is it. Maybe that makes sense.
All right. Well, other than that, like, I don't really have much more to say because time traveling is very confusing, and we're not scientists.
I think it just depends. Like if you're time traveling, if anything that's physical of yourself, there's gonna be a double no matter what. Whether you're going back to the past or the future. If you're just doing a subconscious transfer, then it's just like there would only be one.
Right.
Because otherwise, it's like where else would you go? Just a random.
Right. Yep. And then we're not talking about like alternate universes, like Rick and Morty,
one line,
or Rick and Morty, or like the MCU.
Yeah, that's why I really liked about me, because it's one timeline. There's no like other universes. Like him changing the past does affect the future because that's that's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's only one. I think Futurama. When they time travel, there's also only one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, they have an episode where they send a guy to the past and he can accomplish everything from the future, and then writes himself out of existence.
Really?
Yeah. It was so funny. Like everything I thought of, I was like, oh, there's an episode of Futurama. Oh, there's an episode of Futurama for that one too.
Yeah.
So I would tell Snake to watch some Futurama.
Yeah.
Because they go through like almost every possibility.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, let us know in the comments below if you know of any time traveling TV series or movies that will help us with this theory, and give us your input as well. Any final thoughts?
I guess my only final thought because I'm going to probably forget.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday!
Oh yeah!
Because by the time this episode comes out, it'll be someone's birthday.
Yeah.
It's not Danny's.
It's not me. it's me.
By the time of recording, ain't your birthday yet.
Yeah. Motherfucker.
Punk this bitch.
Saying happy birthday. Yeah, you don't get birthday, not birth week.
Do you have any plans though?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Guess we're leaving it at that.
Yeah. I'll talk about my future self. We'll talk about what I did for my birthday. But as of right now, there are no plans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, folks. That's all we got. No plans.
Tell me happy birthday in the comments, because it will be my birthday.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah.
Like around the time this comes out, and then
unless I delay it for your birthday.
And then please, hey, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy. Venmo me some money for my birthday, and then I'll just put it all back into the podcast. So my Venmo,
Past Richard knew that was a lie.
Daniel _Chaw 0308. Do you know what the 0308 stands for?
0308. Is it a poop?
Huh? No.
0308. 0308. Is it your address?
No.
Is it?
No, you get one more guess.
The dick?
Yes. No, it's my birthday.
Is that really your Venmo?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were making a fake Venmo. That's what you were asking.
No, hey, so for my birthday, Venmo me. So, and then I could I'll just reinvest it into the podcast. But again, my Venmo is at Daniel _Chaw 0308.
Fucking podcast bitch.
And then in the description say happy birthday, punk ass bitch.
I'll take you back my happy birthday.
No.
How dare you sully this beautiful moment.
Hey man, at least I'm trying to make money for our podcast. I'm gonna look, we need furniture, man. My ass fucking hurts.
Yeah, Danny needs to pay me. I know my back is hurting, dude. Everything's not cheap.
Right.
It's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, but thanks, Richard.
It's okay. I'm just bad at dates.
Yeah.
The only reason I just knew your birthday was coming up this month, and I was like, well, I wonder what I was like. I really want to know what it was. I had to look it up. It's that's how I know it's coming up. But yeah, I completely forgot what day it was. I just know it's this Friday.
Right. It's funny because you're like, I thought you were kind of joking at first, but then you're like,
No, I was dead serious.
yeah, it's for my birthday, Dad. Literally for my birthday. 0308.
It's only because I kept thinking, I was like, is this a fake Venmo? Like, are you just making a joke? Am I part of this joke? Did you do just a stupid thing? But,
right.
okay, it's real.
That's literally what it is.
If it makes you feel bad, I did get you something. So
You did or you did not?
I did. That's why I had to look up your birthday to make sure it gets here on time. So.
Oh. Are you gonna give it to me right now?
I thought my backpack was there.
Wait, did you really? Oh, this guy, man.
I did get you something. I did get you. It's coming.
Punk ass bitch.
I didn't know what to pull out. I was like, I wish I had like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I could just what? A trap hole.
Trap hole.
I don't.
No.
I mean, I have my cards, but we're not gonna have time for that.
Right.
Anyways,
Any final thoughts?
no, that's it.
All right. Thanks, Richard.
You're welcome, Danny.
Final thoughts for me. Time traveling is like it's too confusing. I don't know if it's ever possible. Then again, like anything could be possible, but like I'm too dumb and I'm not an expert. So
Yeah, we're definitely not.
yeah,
We're barely experts at. No, we're barely proficient
yeah.
at movie reviewing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, like we said, we're not professionals or anything, but if you want to send us questions, you could send them to us at loqualitystudios@gmail.com, or you can also send them through our DMs at lowqualitypod on Instagram, or you could just DM us on our personal. For me, it's the real Danny Cha.
I don't have mine up, but I'm always on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. I think you can send me messages on YouTube.
That or just put in the comment
Or just put
section.
in the comments. I'll always reply or read. Same with TikTok at low_qualitypod. And then I do check the Gmail. I guess you could send the Gmail.
Yeah. So this is a segment that we've been meaning to do, but
There's only 2 questions, or do we still have more?
I'll have to check again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry, Sunshine, it took so long because that was sent to me like sometime last year, but we just never got to it.
Did you answer her at least?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So she's just waiting for our answer. She probably gave up on us by now. 36 episodes in, they're like, man, they never got to it.
Right. No, we'll eventually get to all of them. But yeah, send us some more because I think this is a fun segment.
Yeah, I like doing fan mails. I just didn't know we got that many.
Yeah. All right. I already gave all the socials. Like, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit. Watch this video right here. Keep us in your algorithm. Leave a comment leave a comment on Spotify. Make sure to subscribe so you get our updates every week when we upload.
Oh, I lied. Oh, I guess I could post this one next.
This one?
Yeah, because the one before this is actually
right.
final thoughts. But I could do this one first just for your birthday.
See? Now we're future selves of the last episode in time travel.
Okay. Well, it's still gonna be his birthday. I'm just gonna do it.
All right.
I'll flip the episodes. Whoops. So it's gonna be funny because we're gonna reference a lot of the old episodes.
Yeah. It's fine. Hint. All right.
It's gonna be funny. All right. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Happy birthday to me. Oh man, my ass hurts. Gosh, I love porn.